Hey everyone. So hope all of you have had a fantastic week and a great weekend. This is a long weekend for all of us here in India, and it's time again for my weekly vlog. So something happened this morning as I was making my vlog. One thing you'll realize is I'm no longer in my room, I'm actually in my car. And something nasty happened to me this morning. And so I thought I'd make the vlog just about that. I thought I'd make the vlog about how do you deal with the nasty at the workplace, and perhaps use some examples from my own experience, what happened with me today morning, to substantiate what is it that I'm about to tell you. My apologies up front about some of the ambient noise, but here goes. So all of us have had the situation where we've gone into a meeting, or we've had a conversation with someone, and we walked out of that thinking, how frustrating is this? Why can't they just get it? They're always trying to do this to me. We feel like the victim, and all we want to do is type out our resignation letters and walk out. Same thing happened with me this morning. I was trying to make my vlog. Suddenly there was a blaring car horn that destroyed my audio. Then my camera battery ran out. So one after the other, there were issues that happened that prevented me from getting where I wanted to. And I found myself getting flustered, frustrated, fight response coming into play, brain biochemistry changing, and I remembered at least what I've read on how to deal with these situations. And so the very first thing when this happens to you, you stop. Just stop and take a deep breath. Now, I'm not talking about taking a deep breath of yoga, but I'm talking about just taking a little bit of time off to think about the situation. Think about what is it in the person, in the situation, in the environment, in the team that is causing you to have that response. And second, is there anything that you're doing that's contributing to that response itself? So just stop. Stop and think about all of this, because it'll make things a little bit more clearer. The second thing that you do is you unhook. And so if you've had the scenario where you're finding yourself going through these emotions time and time, over and over again, when something happens, realize first that this is happening. Realize that you're getting hooked, that your brain biochemistry is getting hooked to having that response to that individual. Now here, yoga may help, or getting a venti instead of a normal grande coffee might help. So unhook yourself from that situation. Remove the trigger for yourself. Understand what those triggers are, and avoid having those conversations with that individual, or have them in a different manner, which comes to the next side, which is revise. Revise the strategy that you have to engage with that team, to engage with that group, to engage with that individual, to engage with that situation, and start thinking about how else would you do that? What else can you do in order to change the response that you're getting, in order to change the questions that are being elicited during those conversations? And you'll find that changing. And then finally, it is engage or exit. There are certain things that you can change about teams, about people, about the situation, about the environment, and certain things that you can't. Now, as long as you give it a try, as long as you've done the first three and you're giving it a try to re-engage in that situation with a change strategy, you should be fine, because most people will learn. People who don't learn, or individuals who don't learn, or situation that doesn't change is pathological. And in that environment and in that time, you decide if exit is the right strategy for you. So stop, unhook, revise, and engage or exit. The acronym actually becomes SURE. I'm 100% sure that this is not a strategy that will be successful in every circumstance, but do give it a try, do give it a shot. It certainly worked for me today, but think about this. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know how you've dealt with these situations in your career, in your workplace, in your personal lives, and what you've been able to do in order to overcome that. So cheers again, guys, this time with a cup of coffee. But hope you have a relaxed week, a engaged workplace. Keep learning, and I'll see you next week. Cheers.